Hey Scorpio, we're going to be doing a reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, let's see. Scorpio. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's see. All right, so Scorpio, you guys are showing up with the Tower card here for your current energy. So maybe there is something that is a little bit shocking, or maybe, or Scorpio, you might have just had like a major like realization about something. All right, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Actually, I think that maybe is what we're talking about. I do think this is you're either expecting a Tower moment here, or again, it's like, there's some realization here, you know, something about that. Okay, maybe even like a surprise for some of you guys. Maybe this is like a friggin' great surprise. Maybe this is a realization that's like, dude, this is great, you know. So let's see what's up. In your environment, you guys have the Three of Wands here. Okay, all right, I feel like this is like a mix of surprise and not surprise. Okay, so I've like somebody here, you know, or somebody in your environment, I feel like was waiting for something here, but I feel like maybe they're waiting for you, or I don't know. There's something here, obviously. But if I'm like, are you shocked about what's going on? Or is somebody, it feels like somebody is waiting for you to be surprised. That's what this feels like. All right. So let's see. You guys, okay. Three of Wands in your environment as well. All right. This might also be somebody who's just waiting to hear back from something, okay? That too. So for your challenge, you guys have the Two of Wands and you have it with cut ties here. So I feel like your challenge is maybe doing that, as being like, okay, you know, maybe there's somebody who has cut ties with you, okay, that kind of stuff. You know, that could be part of whatever this is. And I wonder if it's like the challenge is like, okay, well now I have to kind of like go in a new direction, or even trying to figure out like, okay, well, so now what does that mean? You know, something about that, okay? Trying to figure out something here. What I'll also say is I wonder if maybe this was a surprise. Maybe there's something here that, you know, somebody maybe like cut ties from you, or kind of like left your life, or whatever it is, maybe unexpectedly or kind of abruptly, that kind of stuff. And maybe it's like, I don't know what to do now, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, all right, certainly could be. So, okay. What I'll also say is if there's something here where you're maybe feeling like you even want to like maybe like see if there's something else out there, or that kind of stuff, I wonder if it's like having to kind of separate from something else before kind of like discovering something in a new way, or kind of like venturing off in some area here. All right, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. You guys have number 38, community calls, and then you have it with the reverse death card here, and this is showing up for your opportunity. I do think there's somebody who is waiting to hear a response, or is just waiting to see something. I also understand this as somebody who is viewing something from a distance, like they're watching something from a distance, maybe watching something shocking, or watching, again, you get surprised about something, or something here, okay, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's see. I do feel like you're part of your opportunity here is maybe your opportunity is to not accept a certain something, and more so lean into, okay, let me rephrase that. If somebody has left your life, or something has, you know, you're separated now, or you've kind of cut ties with something, or you're feeling like somebody else has kind of cut ties with you, then what I feel like is maybe part of this opportunity is to lean into community, of course, with that like community calls, but it's like finding people who kind of support what it is that you want to do, especially if this is maybe you're making a major change in your life, that kind of stuff. It's like finding people who kind of want to support that change as well, or who have like the same vision, the same goal, that kind of stuff, or that they're just, you know, have the same like interests as you, whatever the heck it is, okay, that kind of stuff. And I wonder if this reverse death card is, again, being like, I don't have to accept that. I can find like whatever it is that is like actually supporting you, or it's not even really supporting. Well, it's like emotional support, or feeling like you're involved in something, feeling like, okay, this is like my tribe. I've found like my group of people, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. I do feel like somebody has moved away, and I also am definitely getting that understanding of like seeing something from a distance, or maybe waiting for something that is coming from a long way away or something, or they've been waiting for a while for something, or wondering about something, but it's about you. All right, so let's see. Okay, this moon card definitely like slowly wanted to come over here. So, okay, all right, let's see. All right. Okay, so with this cut ties card here, you guys have the Two of Wands and the Moon card. Yeah, I feel like the challenge is just having to kind of move through confusion, or not even confusion. It's like moving through something that is just like, maybe there's confusion, but it's more so like unknown. It's, you know, I don't know that it's really like, I'm confused. It's more so like, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what the next steps are going to look. This could even be the challenge is being like, why did this person cut ties with me? Why did, or a situation, whatever it is, it's like, why is there this feeling of separation? Why is there this feeling of like distance, that kind of stuff? But I also feel like this might be, again, if this is you guys being like, I want a change in my life, or I want to have like, or you've had some realization, whatever the heck it is, to the point where it's like, I just can't see things the same way anymore, that kind of stuff. It could be that the whole challenge is like, well, now I'm linked to something that is maybe more so in line with like your old way of thinking or your old way of seeing something, whatever the heck it is. And it could be, it's like, you know, that push to kind of go towards something that is like maybe more intuitive, or it has like, again, like some like mysterious aspect to it, that kind of stuff, like that unknown type of thing. I also feel like maybe kind of leaning into just the unknown. That's just what I think is the challenge, is the unknown, that, you know, that kind of stuff. All right. It just feels like, well, what direction am I supposed to go in now? Or, you know, that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the Two of Cups reversed, and this is showing up as what you're not able to control. So, again, I kind of feel like this is this cut ties thing. I think this is either a situation where somebody kind of like separated themselves from you, or maybe, again, this could be you separating yourself from something, okay? That kind of stuff. I also wonder if there's maybe a sense of possibly not listening to like your higher self, that kind of stuff. That could have been part of whatever this is, all right? I really do understand maybe losing a partner, or losing a strong friend, you know what I'm saying, or maybe a romantic partnership or something about that, okay? That could also be, you know, coming into play here. All right, so okay, I'm also understanding like one person likes something and another person does not like that thing, or they're like, that doesn't match, or that's I don't know, something like that, okay? Oh my gosh. All right, there's like so many twin references, and like I'm not talking about children, or okay, so I don't know, like I always get like weirded out saying that, because I don't want anyone to be like, are you talking about my kid? Because I'm not. I'm definitely, I don't do tarot readings for like little kids. That's not what I'm doing. Okay, so but it came out in Cancer's reading as well. All right, two things. Okay, so all right, let's see. You guys have the Five of Pentacles reversed, and this is showing up for what you can control. All right, I feel like what you can control is whether you want whether you want to accept help with whatever this change is, or whatever this, like maybe a shock is, or a revelation of some sort, if you are wanting help with that, or if you would rather like keep a situation, like not shed light on it, be like, I'm not gonna display that thing, or I'm not gonna even like admit to a particular thing that maybe you're seeing as like I'm embarrassed about that, or I don't have enough, or you know what I'm saying, something about that. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. I also want to say maybe what you can control, and of course this is what you can control, is who you let into your like inner circle or not, or who that it is that you are even wanting to like, I almost want to say trust in some sense, okay? That kind of stuff. So, all right, you guys have the Judgment card, and this is showing up as like your next steps forward. So there is something about, I want to say, maybe making a decision, or being ready to like accept the truth of something, accepting some major realization. I mean, I got to tell you, the Tower card and then the Judgment, you know, that kind of stuff. And the Moon card even, all right? Like I'm telling you, there is something about like a wake up call, or really like realizing something, that kind of stuff, okay? Maybe needing to act on something quite quickly. That could also be part of like whatever these next steps are. All right. Okay, so let's see. You guys have number 38, community calls, on the side of your opportunity, and then you have it with the reverse Death card and the Page of Pentacles. So, all right, this feels like maybe your opportunity is, I wonder if something is not all the way completed here. Okay, that kind of stuff. Oh, that kind of stuff. And I wonder if this is maybe you reaching out to somebody saying like, hey, this thing is not, I was about to say not fun. What is not completed? This is not fun. Okay. All right. So, God, sorry. My brain is so primed to go off the deep end, and not in like a scary way. Don't worry. It's like, I don't know. So I'm really trying to stay focused. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to stay focused. So, okay. Again, I just feel like this is about, you have the opportunity to accept something or not accept something. Okay. To accept some message, or to even like change a message before it even gets out, maybe to a certain community, okay, that kind of thing. But again, it's like there's like something that I feel like you are wanting to change or have something be different or something like that, okay, that kind of stuff. Again, maybe this has to do with like an awakening or whatever it is, a realization about something, that kind of stuff. But I just feel like there is this opportunity for you guys to lean into a group or whatever it is of people who are like, again, they understand like you, or they also have like that same goal or the same like mindset or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. But it might even require you to end something early, okay, to end something early, or to not accept a particular ending, or to, I don't know, something about that, okay. This could even be like delayed closure, like receiving closure about something like later than you wanted to, or I don't know, something like that. So you have the Two of Swords, and this is showing up for your skills. So I feel like you have the skills of thinking of really great solutions for stuff, okay, certainly understand that. I also think that there's something where it's like, if something is like bothering you and you're like, dude, I just need to avoid that, like I just like, that's just like, no, I don't want to deal with that. I think that you do have like a good sense of being like, I know when to avoid something, but I also know when to like not avoid something, and being like, hey, it seems like there's a lot of realization energy here. So I would say that your skills are more so finding a solution that maybe other people are like, dude, I'm lost on this, like I cannot figure this thing out, that kind of stuff. It could be that you're like, I have no problem facing this, that kind of stuff. It's probably because you faced a lot of stuff already. It could be one of those things where it's like, dude, nothing shocks me. Like nothing's going to surprise me. Nothing's going to like ruffle your feathers, because maybe you've just been through a whole lot of stuff here, okay? Or possibly dealing with somebody who's been through a whole lot of stuff, okay? That kind of stuff. I'll tell you, having gone through a whole lot of crap, that kind of does like numb you to like major realizations or that kind of stuff, or that like, you know, things where maybe everybody else would like go into a crisis mode, that kind of stuff. Like for whatever reason, it's like, I don't know, being able to handle chaos when everyone else is like freaking out, man. There's something about that. There's something about going through like really difficult things, probably by yourself, that like really thickens your friggin' skin, and just like, I don't know, it's a level of resilience there. So all right, Scorpio. So let's see, you guys have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and this is showing up for possible help. I think this is somebody who is willing to either do things differently. Oh my God, why am I getting so many twin references? I'm like, what's going on? I don't know, but I'm like, what? It's very interesting. And I don't mean this as like twin flames. Like I mean like literally like there's two of you, like that kind of thing, okay? All right, I do understand that. So I feel like maybe the help has something to do with, again, somebody who's like, dude, I want everything, I want diversity, I want things to be different, I don't want everything to be like cookie cutter the same, that kind of stuff. That could definitely be part of like the help that you know, could be given to you. And I also understand something about maybe a new teacher, or this is like if you were like an assistant in something, that kind of stuff. I feel like there's a way to like bump up to like the next level. I swear to God, I feel like that's really like kind of what's going on here. There might be other people who've been like waiting for this, or is like, why isn't this already happened, that kind of stuff, okay? Certainly could be. And I also wonder if the help here maybe is somebody who's like, you know what, I was working on this thing, but I'm gonna stop everything, and I'm gonna you know, help you out with whatever it is that you are doing here, you know, that kind of stuff. All right. I also think there's somebody who really has like a good eye for like the differences in like little details, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm picking up that energy too. It's actually kind of cool. So, all right, you have the Devil card, and this is showing up as your next step. So, I feel like I've been saying making something permanent for like the Devil card for like weeks on end now. It's like this continuous message that I'm getting. So, I mean, I'm kind of going to say the same thing for you guys. This might be like next steps forward is to like make a permanent connection, or to strengthen a connection of some sort, that kind of stuff. Okay. Certainly could be. you know, or again, having like, maybe even bringing something with you that you're already kind of like tied to in some sense, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, certainly could be. And I also, well, we're going to clarify this, but I also wonder if this devil card is also like coming apart with something so that you can strengthen a connection in another area, you know, that kind of stuff. I want to say rebarb. What is that? What the heck is rebarb? I don't know why I want to say that. I see it, which is weird because I don't know what it is. So like metal, but I'm seeing little like diamond things punched out of it. I think, I don't know. I'm not sure. I want to say rebarb. Okay. I don't know. All right. Okay. So let's see what else here. All right. Scorpio. All right. Okay, so with this cut ties energy, you guys have the Two of Cups reversed, then you have it with the Nine of Swords. This is, again, showing up for what you can't control. I wonder if this is like somebody maybe, I don't know. But again, I do think this is like a partnership or something that is like kind of come dismantled, or that, I don't know, a separation in something here, or somebody again is like, I don't like that thing. And maybe you were like really thought they were going to like love something or whatever the heck it is. But I feel like there is an essence here of like something that maybe this might even be like the same disagreement being brought up over and over and over and over again, but never landing on a solution. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right, certainly could be. That is definitely frustrating to deal with. Again, it's showing up as like what you're not able to control, so I do kind of see that happening. All right, so let's see. You guys have the Five of Pentacles and you have it with the Magician card. Both are reversed, and this is showing up for what you can control. Okay, I mean, there's something here where I almost want to say like the bare minimum, or doing something on like a minimalism type of situation here. That maybe is something that you are able to control. And I also feel like there's something here where it's like, I feel like you have access to something that maybe somebody else does not have access to, and I feel like you're just able to control that, like who signs something out, I almost want to say, or who is able to use I want to say who is able to use certain tools and who is not. Okay, so that is really interesting, but I don't know. We just said that whole rebarb thing. I don't know if what I'm seeing is rebarb, but that's what the people in my head said. So I don't know. We'll see. But all right. So okay. All right. I also think what you can control is, I almost want to say something about like a reinvention, okay, of maybe yourself or whatever it is. Again, friggin' Tower card, all this realization. You got to be kidding me. My phone's ringing. Guys, who is this? I don't know who that is. Sorry, my phone, it's funny. It's funny. If somebody wants to buy me a brand new camera, that'd be awesome. All right, so let's see. You guys have the Judgment card, and you have it with the Ace of Wands here, and this is showing up as your next step. So yes, I feel like this is putting some motivation behind something, okay, that kind of stuff, or maybe even figuring out something that is like, okay, that's the thing that I'm motivated by. That's the thing that I actually really do want to go for. That, or even be like, I want to move in that direction. There's something here that I feel like you have like a desire. I just think you need to follow that. Again, maybe it has to do with like cutting ties from somebody else, or that somebody else has maybe cut ties with you, whatever it is. I feel like there's a little bit of like getting some freedom here to do something that maybe you've always kind of avoided, or that is like kind of like, I don't know, I don't really know how this, like, I don't know how to feel about this, or do I even friggin' believe this, or, you know, that kind of stuff. There's something about that, but I feel like there is something about like kind of rising to the occasion with something here for your next steps, and then kind of like being motivated to, I want to say, complete that, okay, to like keep your endurance up for whatever this is, all right? Especially, I mean, this might be something that it's like, you might be the first one on the scene for something, or responding to something like immediately, that kind of stuff. Maybe that's part of whatever it is, okay, is to like be ready for that energy. All right, so let's see. You guys have with the community calls on your on the side of your opportunity, you have the Two of Swords, and then you have it with the Six of Swords here. So all right, I feel like your skills are, again, I think there's something where it's like you are able to see the way out when other people can't find that, or, you know, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. I'm definitely understanding that. It's like you can see the solution to the problem I want to say before other people are even like, I don't know, while somebody else is still friggin' waiting for more information or something like that. Okay. You guys, you guys might be like extremely, extremely bright. Like I'm sure you are, but like I don't know. There's something here, like a special type of intelligence or something like that. All right. Again, I do think your skills are, maybe even in helping somebody else who is not able to see the solution to something, or who's not able to kind of like, or who hasn't even had a specific like realization or whatever the heck it is about something. I wonder if you're the one who's like, I can take off those blindfolds and kind of like show you the way out of this, or show you like an easier way, or kind of get to like to get through something, to get through something. All right. There might be something in that is like your skills. And again, I do think that you're able to like land on some solution that is allowing, somebody here or yourself or whatever it is to like move on from something. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the reverse 8 of Pentacles with the reverse 4 of Cups, and this is showing up as the possible help. Again, I feel like this is somebody who is like, I want to say, so interested in whatever it is that you're doing, or that they have like a certain level of like, yeah, like care, interest, or something about whatever it is that you're doing here, that they're like, again, I have no problem to maybe even taking time off from work, okay? Maybe that kind of stuff to help out in some capacity here, that kind of stuff, okay? Certainly could be, or to overthink something, to reevaluate something here, all right? That kind of stuff. That is what I'm understanding. Again, I also think that there's something here where somebody can like help you, like help you with like something about diversity, like I don't know, incorporating something that is like more, that is not so like cookie cutter, everything's the same, or something like that, with whatever this is. All right, so you have the Devil card, and then you have it with the Queen of Cups, and this is showing up as like the next steps here. So there is something about, I want to say, a deep connection. Okay, this might even be having like forming a connection with like the way with like with your own emotions, or the way that you're feeling about something. Or this could be having a connection with maybe somebody who is deeply spiritual, or connecting with your own spirituality, your own like psychic awareness, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Okay, psychic gifts, whatever it is, intuition, whatever it is that like you're kind of operating with there, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I feel here. But it's definitely like making a connection, and then kind of, again, maybe making something permanent, or something that's like reliable, because it's always like attached to this thing, like you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. But all right, cool. So that's what I have for you guys, Scorpio. I hope that this I hope this reading was helpful, and all that kind of stuff. If not, you can check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. All right, thank you. Bye.